I want to show you how did I go from being pregnant to looking like this in a 1 year time frame. It took me less than 1 year, but these pictures are from the day before my daughter was born, which, by the way, was a C-section. That some people consider it to be harder to come back from because you cannot exercise and do many stuff as quick as with a natural delivery. And the other picture was taken 1 year later when she turned 1. I got in shape way quicker than that. So here's a picture in February. So not even 2 months. February 18th, she was born on December the 23rd. I was already looking like almost myself. Some part of my core was already starting to show up. And then here's a picture at 5 months. I already had a six-pack. Okay, first I want to say that I was already fit, dry, and cut when I got pregnant. And that is very important because this is what happens with social media. I show this, and then people have the expectation to have a full six-pack 1 year after their pregnancy, and they didn't have a six-pack before the pregnancy. And it's not going to happen, right? So this part, it is very important for me to clarify. I already had a six-pack when I got pregnant, and I had a very healthy and fit and active pregnancy, which made the big difference to come back quick. But independently, the goal, it is not the six-pack. The goal is to go back to the way you were before you got pregnant. That is what I want to show you. For me, it was like this, but it's not necessarily like that for you. But we want to take you back to where you were before being pregnant. What did I do? Okay. First, I didn't torture myself with unrealistic goals. I set a 1 year goal for my weight loss. I achieved it before that, but honestly, in my expectations, it was 1 year. Why? If it took me 9 months to gain all the weight that I gained through pregnancy, right? Why am I going to expect to lose it before that? We all know that gaining weight is way easier than losing it. So it wouldn't be fair to me to expect to lose my pregnancy weight before the 1 year mark, before 9 months. Most of us are going to lose it before the 1 year because big part of that weight that we gain is the baby, placenta, water, etc. Right, but still, I set a 1 year goal, and I think that was pretty fair and healthy. So I was not in a hurry to be in perfect shape 2 months after. That set the approach for me for my nutrition. Since I have 1 year to work on this, I didn't jump in any crazy restrictions. I didn't do anything that I would say extraordinary. I just went back to my normal nutrition, which, here we go again, it was already very dialed in a good, healthy nutrition. I was not trying to lose weight before the pregnancy or during the pregnancy, obviously, but I didn't have to do any major changes. I just went back to the way I was eating before. Maybe I cut down 100, 200 calories a day, but no more than that. I did not consider, if you ask me at the moment if I was on a diet, I didn't. I was not on a diet. I was just on a normal, healthy lifestyle. But again, if I am telling you this and your normal lifestyle is full of chips and donuts and things that are super caloric and not healthy, and I am telling you to go back to your normal lifestyle, you're not going to lose the weight in 1 year. See, when I go with the thing of social media is tricky, right? because my advice may not be exactly for you. So I went to a normal, healthy lifestyle. I still went out on weekends with my family and ate at a restaurant. I took care of my portions. I made sure I was not overeating, but I didn't put any stress on myself with extreme diets. I set a goal for a year, and I knew if I cut 100 200 calories a day in a year, I was gonna be more than fine. And that's how I did it. The other piece was exercise. That was hard one, being a new mom, because of the lack of time. I just didn't have time. My husband is not around much because of work. I don't have family around. My dad helps a lot nowadays, but when the baby was tiny, he would just look at the baby like, hello, goo goo gaga, and that was it. So I didn't have any help, and it was really hard to find time to exercise. And this is what I did, and it was a key for my success to get back in shape. I look at what would look like if I do 3 full body workout routines, and it didn't matter if it was full body or splits or whatever, but what would be all the exercises that I would do if I had 3 hours a week to lift? Okay? And then I put all the exercises, let's say bicep curl, 3 set, hammer, this many set, pull-ups, this many pull-ups. In total for the week, I put all the total for each of the exercises for the week. Every time I had 10 minutes, only 10 minutes, I would go and choose one of the exercises from the list. Let's say it was sumos with a kettle. Okay, I would do 3 sets of sumos with my 40-pound kettle, and then that was it. I would go and keep going whatever I was doing with my baby. Later on, I had another 5 minutes, and I would tackle one of my core sets. Later, I would have 5 minutes, and I would do just one curl set, and that was it for the day. Okay, I scratched that from the list. But I made sure that at the end of the week, I scratched everything. It was broken in tiny pieces. I never did. I'm not going to say never because that's hyperbolic. But I very seldom did full workout sessions. I broke it in tiny, tiny pieces, and it compounds, ends up being the same. When I look at my week, at the end of the week, I end up doing everything that I would have done in 3 1-hour sessions. And it was easy. I didn't even change my clothes, nothing. The way I was, I went, grabbed my dumbbell, did my whatever set or whatever I had time to do, and that was it. I scratched it from the list. That was the key to make it happen. Otherwise, if I would have the mentality of black and white, either I have time or I don't. If I don't have 45 minutes, I don't work out, I would have not got back in shape ever, because during that first year, I didn't have time to do anything. Cardio, I did my cardio, but because I love running. Cardio is not the most important piece. I did a lot of walking, by the way. I did a lot of walking, and again, I broke it in pieces. I used a stroller that was great, that helped me, because I didn't have time to do anything, but I did have time to go run thanks to my running stroller. So I did a lot of running with my baby and the stroller, and I would choose nap time to do this. So when a nap time was coming, I would put her in the stroller and go out for a 30-minute run. Naps were 30 minutes, and if I had time and the will to do it twice a day, I would do it twice a day. Same thing for walking. Some days I didn't feel like running, and I just went out a couple times a day with the baby and the stroller and just walked. So to wrap it up, not one single extreme, nothing. I took it easy. I set a 1-year goal with realistic expectations that align with the amount of effort that I was willing to put into this process. Healthy eating, not extreme restrictions, and I was committed to it. So I always made sure to not engage with excuses, because trust me, when you have a new baby, a newborn, you have all the possible excuses. The baby's crying, I don't have time, I'm tired, I need to put the baby to sleep. I need to pump. I need to breastfeed. Excuses are many. I did not engage in excuses. I knew this is what I need to do, and I'm gonna do it, even though if it's in small bites. And that's how I did it. I hope this can help you.